YouTube, it's me, Jen, your pudgy picker, here at my desk. It looks so beautiful outside, but it's like 42 degrees, so we're not going to do that. I'm mostly, we've had a lot of windy days, so our leaves have come down, so I'm hoping to get out there in the next day or two and rake before the snow flies. Officially, we just had one big dump of like 5 inches, and then the next day and a half it was gone. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about my weight loss. So let me get my paper out. Can you believe we've been at this for 20 weeks? So just a quick disclaimer. I know we got to do all the legal stuff. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a healthcare professional. These videos are documenting my weight loss journey, my experiences. Everything you see here is my opinion. It's not based on any medical training. I'm not affiliated with or being paid by or being sponsored by Mochi Health, which is who I go through to get my semaglutide. I'm not being compensated in any way, and it's just me talking about my weight loss. I'm not advocating or encouraging anyone to take these meds or any other medications for that matter. Any decision to take medication is between you and your doctor. Okay, now we got that done. I've been working in my office again, taking pictures to list things on eBay. So if you're just here for the weight loss, or you just found me that way, maybe if you like garage sailing, thrifting, antique malls, that kind of stuff, you should subscribe, because that's where you see a lot of things that I do for my profession. That's why my channel is called Pudgy Picker. So let's get on to the news. So this weigh-in is for week 20, which covers from November 20th to November 26th. My starting weight this week was scared myself, 232.2 pounds. My ending weight was 230 even. For a loss, underline loss, I always forget to do that, of 2.2 pounds. Woohoo! So that's pretty good, huh? Very happy with that number. So my overall starting weight from July 1st was 264.4 pounds, making my total weight loss of 34.4. So that is pretty darn awesome. We are breathing down the neck of 35 pounds. Very happy with that. Just keep plugging along. I know it's easy to get impatient when you're trying to lose weight, but you have to remember you didn't put the weight on overnight, and you didn't even probably put it on in a month or even a year, so you got to give it some time to do its thing. My dose also, I want to mention, is 0.75. When I talked to my shot doctor for Mochi last, I was at 0.5, and she said, well, I said, can I go up to 0.75? And she's like, no, it just goes to 1. I said, okay, that's fine. But I was only going to take 7.5. I have been experiencing a little bit of nausea this week. I think last week I did 0.75. This week I did 0.75. So I've had a little bit of nausea, just a little bit of that where you're sitting and you're like, you know, if you know, you know. I never have I actually thrown up on this medicine. I've had a few days early on in my journey that I felt like lay down, death warmed over. I had a day this past week that I was kind of like that. I think it was last Thursday. I was just like, just overall not feeling good. But I know that feeling, and I know it's from the medication, and I know it's not just, you know, this time of year you're like, oh no, am I getting sick? But no, this is just the medication. Also, maybe two and a half days a week I'm tired. So I take my shot on Monday, and then usually Tuesday into Wednesday, definitely Wednesday, I'm a little bit more pooped out. So yeah, so it is what it is. When I get that way, I don't fight it. I take a nap. When I was a lot heavier, I probably napped almost every day. Now I just don't, because I don't feel the need, but with the medication, I have to do it. Food. I ate really well this week. I am a person who continues to eat the same thing over and over and over again. So I have my protein shake in the morning, and then about 2 o'clock, actually I looked up at my clock earlier and I was like, oh, it's 3. I'm not that hungry. So I just went and grabbed a banana. So, but usually for lunch, if I'm hungry or if I'm at my antique mall for working, I usually just pack a Greek yogurt, about a half a cup or a little more blueberries, and then I have the Nature Valley. I get the Aldi version, the granola bars, and then I crunch them up in the package, and then I make it all like a little parfait in a bowl, make it all pretty. And then dinner, I have a protein, so I have a meat of some sort. I usually do a potato or yam and a little bit of rice, something starchy. And then for a veg, we usually roast broccoli, cauliflower, frog heads. People always laugh when I say frog heads. My husband, when he was growing up, Mr. Pudgy Picker, they used to call Brussels sprouts frog heads. So hence, it stuck with my family. It's what my kids call it. And it's so funny, it's not even Brussels sprouts, it's frog heads. So I'll be talking to someone and, oh yeah, I had that. Oh yeah, I had some frog heads. And they're like, what? So it'll continually be frog heads. And hopefully someday if I have grandchildren, they will call them frog heads too. So exercise. I've been walking and moving around, but today I added my stretch bands, my resistance bands. I think I showed this to you one last time, but I have the yellow, the red, and I think the blue is the firmest one. So I'm starting with the yellow, and I just went ahead and looked up resistant bands beginners, and I think I set aside or put in my watch later on YouTube like 4 or 5 of them. So I did one today, and I was like, wow, I'm getting kind of tired out here. And then when the video was like, oh, I'll just keep going, and then the video ended, I looked at it, it was 28 minutes. So I'm like, I thought it was a 15-minute one. So, oh well, no big deal. Pretty funny. So yeah, trick yourself into exercising. But I felt really good. I've had a little bit of problem with this shoulder. So some of the exercises, you going up or even out is fine, but they had one where you stretch and then you go up and then you go like that behind your neck. And when I do anything going back, that's when it's been bothering me. Like, especially that when you put your arm in like a sleeve of a sweater or something, you do that little to get it up on your shoulder. That hurts. So I was kind of just going easy on the exercises that called for me to do that movement. I also did my legs. It was a sit down one. I thought, let's ease into it. So I'll probably do that one a few more times this week. I'm going to try to work out or do that every other day. I mean, that's reasonable. I have them sitting right here in my office. So it's just a matter of clicking on my monitor to watch the video and scooching back where I have room, or I'm not going to be knocking anything over. I did it before I put my lights up for sure. So exercise, mood has been good. I've been very, 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 very busy, and for my mental health, being very busy is good for me. So I do fine on that. I don't know, I'll have to put chitty chat in there, because if you're just here for the weight loss, thank you for coming, all that good stuff. But this week has been really busy. I had my daughter and her new boyfriend came over for dinner. We had met him when we took Mr. Pudgy Picker out for his belated birthday at Hofbrauhaus, a German restaurant in Cleveland. That was the first time we met him. So we kind of got to know him, and it was nice because he had already met my son and his wife. They already had a dinner out or something. So it was kind of nice. So he came there, and then it was, meeting me and Mr. Pudgy Picker, and he had already knew, my son and his wife. So it was kind of a nice way to ease into it. And then they came over and we cooked dinner. That kind of is weight loss related. My husband made, he likes to make, he doesn't make it real often, but he makes lasagna, but instead of using lasagna noodles, he uses like raviolis. I know, it's very good, but it's not good for my diet. So I talked to him about it, and I'm like, I'm glad you're doing that. Everybody is looking forward to eating it. I said, would you be offended if I didn't eat it, if I just made like a piece of salmon, and then I made a big salad for everybody, and I had some of that too? And he's like, absolutely not. I always ask him, even though I know he's usually fine with it, because even though we've been married forever, 35 years, I still try and be courteous, and I don't want to offend him or hurt him in any way. But that being said, I also make tough decisions and things that I have to do for myself. So I got a couple pieces of salmon from Aldi. They have them where they kind of take the slice and then they turn it on their side, and then they just kind of put a blob of some stuffing or something on the inside, and they're shrunk. They're, like pre-shrunk in the package. So I had those, and they were so good, and I had salad. So they were over on Sunday. So I was like, oh, my weigh-in day is coming, and I wasn't even really tempted to have what they were having. My daughter also brought over a little thing of, I think it's like chocolate chip cookies or kitchen sink cookies or something. So everybody dove into those after dinner, and I wasn't tempted, and I didn't have one. Also, I'm going to tell a little on my husband, because I don't think he watches these videos all the way through. There was, on Friday, he's working with his weight too. And, mentally you have to wrap your brain around it. And he had ordered, no, it was Saturday because I worked Saturday. So he's like, we're going to just order something. What do you want? And I have like 5 restaurants, and I know exactly what I like, and I eat it every time I have something from there. I said, yeah, let's do that. And he's like, okay, I'll do that. So when the DoorDash came, it had a bag from the restaurant we ordered from, and then a bag from Sheetz. Now, if you don't know what Sheetz is, it is a convenience store with a gas station, is how they say it. It's big up in Ohio, and it's spreading out. They have a lot of stores. But they do, they call it MTO, made to order, so they do all kinds of food. And this bag had 3 pretzels, probably as big as my face, cinnamon sugar, and a little cup of icing to dip it in. Now, I'd worked all day. It was kind of pooped. So I thought I'll just dive into my dinner because I'm really hungry. And then Mr. Pudgy Picker said to me, he goes, he had a rough week at work too. So he's like, we've just had such a busy week and this and that. And, I thought we needed a little treat. So I was being like, what do you mean? You shouldn't have bought that. So I said, I don't have enough calories budgeted for night. I'll just put it in the fridge for tomorrow. And then the next day I said, I don't want you to be offended. I always say that because I try and be kind and concerned about other people's feelings. And I said, I appreciate that you, wanted to do that for me, and that was something nice you wanted to do. I said, but I've told you before, please don't order anything without asking me or checking with me, because I can say no to ordering it, but sometimes in the past, when it's been sitting in front of me on the table, it's a little harder to say no. So I put it in the fridge, and I thought I have enough willpower tonight, and I thought by tomorrow that pretzel in the fridge is going to be hard enough to break glass, and I won't be tempted at all, which I wasn't. So yeah, so I told him that, and I'm like, I'm trying hard, I'm trying to work with my medicine. And he goes, I know. I probably shouldn't have ordered those for me either. And I said, well, I just wanted, to let you know I'm not rejecting you or what you did for me. It's just, I just can't. So that was fine. But just, again, I look at that thinking of, it's been such a hard week, and let's treat ourselves. And it's like, I even told him, I said, I don't reward myself with food anymore. And I said, I really am trying to stick to that. So if I really want to treat myself, then I'll go buy myself something, or I'll go to the bins and dig around, and that's my relax, or, maybe I'll sit down for an extra hour and read, a book. 2 books I'm trying to get through. So, it's just one of those, I reward myself in other ways rather than just throwing it in. So that's good. That's what they always call the non-scale victories. Well, that's one of them. And I am totally convinced that unless you have your mind right, and I'm not sure how else to describe that, that your mind has to be set to lose weight. Weight loss is 90% from here up, which is your brain. And the rest is your body following what your mind is telling it to do. And it's, once you get your mind right, things to follow a diet or to eat better or whatever, it's easier because you know why you want to do it. I've been reading that book about self-sabotage. There's some things in there that have come in handy. I have a little mantra on my desk, and I have one also in my food journal. I also have it. And when I have a little bit of alone time, or I'm standing there waiting for the microwave to finish, or I made my tea. Look at my teacup my daughter-in-law and son got from Japan. I got some hot tea in there. So, just to say all of that, goodness, now I'm losing my train of thought, that, what was I saying? This is my brain. This is my life. This is how I do things. I'm going to watch this back and I'm going to be mad. But just to say that, you got to work hard on yourself. And I know I've come across these different, here's your mantra. And it's like, oh, that's so stupid. And I just told myself, you know what? Just do it. So I will read you my mantra. I think that's what I was talking about. And I say it, I do the whole thing, and then I cut a little bit off of it. So I have 3 times that I say it. I say, I choose to believe that I will reach my weight loss goal. And then I say, I believe I will reach my weight loss goal. And then the last one is, I will reach my weight loss goal. So I say those out loud, or I just whisper them, or I'm sitting at my desk working on something. I just turn it over a few times. It's kind of helping. I know, it's real flaky and real, let's sit in the forest and, eat leaves and be one with nature. But it's kind of helping. The other thing, I've been really, since I've been doing so well the last couple weeks, I was, you're going to laugh, but I was in the shower yesterday, and I was talking out loud to myself, and I was saying, you know what, you've done such a good job, and you should really be proud of yourself, and you've given up before, and you're not gonna this time. It's like I gave myself the speech, and then I thought I should record that. I don't know if I'd put it here on YouTube. Maybe I would. Maybe just use a pleasant background, and you got this. You got this. You can do it. I don't know. Up until now, every time I have tried to lose weight, every time I've been like, it's not going to work. So that sitting in the back of my mind, that little piece of like stink, it just keeps infecting things. And until you actually truly believe you can do it, and it's taken me a while to get there. And I even told my nutritionist last time we talked, I said, all the times I've tried to lose weight, I just, in the back of my mind, I just knew I was never going to get there. And I said, this is the first time between doing what I'm doing and the medicine and my mind changing that I actually know that I'm going to get there. And it's very bizarre because I told her that, and she's like, that is a big deal. If you truly believe that, that is a big deal. So, and I do. I don't know when I'm going to get to my goal weight, but I know I'm going to get there. And I'm not even really in a hurry anymore. I'm just taking one step and another and I just keep moving. Because if you think about how much you have to lose or how long it's taking you to lose what you've lost, that you get into this, your brain is like, hey, you're not going to make it. And you have to just say, shut up. I don't want to hear that. So it's your thinking patterns, I mean, are everything in this trying to lose weight. And I'm really figuring that out, and I feel good about it, and I'm applying it, and I'm applying it to other parts of my life where I see other things, and I'm trying to be more patient and more positive and more, you know, oh, I'm going to do this. This is going to be done, instead of, oh, I got to do this, and I hope I can get it done. I find that using these tools and reading that book has really sunk in and helped me in my weight loss, but it kind of filters out into other areas too that I think are of great benefit to me. So I have been blabbing for 20 minutes, so I will let you go. If you are still here, leave a banana emoji down in the comments. That way I know that you made it to the end. Then if somebody comes and they start watching it and they're like, why are all these bananas in the comment section? And only you and I will know because we stuck it out to the end. So, as always, please give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment or a question down below. If you have any questions about, you know, how I'm doing, about the medicine itself, about things I'm eating or different, you know, ways I'm treating things, let me know. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Check out some of my other videos. I don't get as many views on these videos because a lot of the people who have been watching me for literal years, they're just about my reselling content. So some of you may be new just for the weight loss content, but it'd be nice if you kind of look around and subscribe and click the notification bell. And then anytime I put up a video, you will be the first to know. So thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!